Hi, I'm Sean, and I'll be talking about the entrepreneur Earl Perry Charlton and his keys to success. First, I'm going to give you some background on Earl. He was born in Connecticut in 1863, and his father was a local blacksmith of the village. His father was very well known for his hard work. He made all the metal fixtures for the village. Earl didn't want to take the same path as his father, though. He wanted to become a merchant. Some of the jobs he held when he was younger was he was a paper boy, he was a cattle driver, and he was also a clerk at a village store. He worked very hard at all these jobs, displaying his father's work ethic. Eventually, as he matured, he migrated to Boston, where he became a traveling salesman. He sold pots and pans door to door, where he eventually met Seymour Knox, his future business partner. Seymour Knox was related to Frank Woolworth, who owned a chain of 5 and 10 cent stores that were very successful. Since the 5 and 10 cent stores had already started and were very successful, Earl and Seymour Knox decided to invest in one 50-50. Seymour Knox already owned two, but this was Earl's first store, so he was very excited, and he was put in charge of running the operation, in charge of stocking it and just managing it as a whole. Him and his wife Ida first ran the store, and they bought $100 of merchandise on the first day and sold out. By the end of the day, their shelves were empty. There was many keys to success for Earl Perry Charlton. One was his communication. When the 5 and 10 cent stores were branching out and becoming large, all the owners of the 5 and 10 cent stores got together and decided where each of them would branch out. And Earl, it was decided to branch out in Canada and the far west. So he started opening a couple of stores in Canada, and after he adapted to the market, they became very successful. He then started opening stores in California and states around there, and those stores were also very successful. He also communicated very well with his employees, sending letters to his employees and managers, telling them how he wanted the store ran and what kind of location he wanted the store to be run in. One of his main contacts was Simon Capstein, who was kind of his problem solver. Earl would send him to a store that was not performing as well as he wanted, and usually within a couple of weeks, Simon would turn the store around and it would start making a profit. There were many, many meticulously detailed letters written to Simon from Earl that explained in fine detail what he wanted to do and the problems he wanted to fix. This is another example of his success was his meticulous detail. Paying close attention to detail can make or break your business, and Earl knew that, so he was very keen on that. He also he also had a code of ethics he wanted all of his employees to follow, like how he wanted them to how he wanted them to act and behave in the workplace, and what kind of work ethic he expected them to produce. He came from a very hard-working family, so he expected a lot from his employees, but he treated them so well. His employees were happy to work so hard for him. Another key to his success was where he branched out. He knew that there was a lot of competition in this area, so he had opened a lot of stores in Canada and California and the far west where they became very successful.